The Farmhouse. I really, really liked what the filmmakers did with this story, how they told the story without really, no dialogue whatsoever. I thought it was very creative and very clever. I loved what they did with the sound effects. There were some technical things where the beginning was really dark, not emotional lighting wise, technically. It was just very dark. It was hard to make things out. It was hard to make out the farmhouse. The fact that there was no music whatsoever in this until about 6 minutes in, but when that music kicked in, it really elevated all of the suspense and like what she was going through and her fears and her anxiety. Great special effects with the shadow, what they did with that, having it be a practical effect, but a special effect too. So yeah, nicely done. A little bit of cinematography issues, but really good film.
The Farmhouse. It was an interesting experience, a bit short. Um, I like its contained aspect that everything's happening in just one place. That was a good move. I think that the film was about the pain and the kind of the guilt she feels for having lost the man she loved. She's haunted by this dark presence in her house. I think it was a metaphor for her emotions, her guilt, and everything. And and it's very well done because the way things start to move, the way she reacts, the colors, and the ending when the dark presence strangles her is all terrific. It's a short but very intense film, and it didn't require too much to be good. The performance from the main actress was pretty solid, and again the visuals are very well done too. So it was a good film. It was a terrifying short film. Well done.
The way this film was shot made it very suspenseful. It kind of made it where you didn't know if this girl was paranoid, going through some type of PTSD, or if someone was actually hunting her until the very end. It made it so much more thrilling to watch just because you didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know if she was going to hurt herself or if it was something else, and which is what it turned out to be. But it was the way it was shot with very careful sounds, and the coloring that was picked for this film really shows that it was very carefully thought out about what the story is and why it's made that we don't really know what's going on in her head, because she's screaming and crying and a little panicky, which would suggest something traumatic happened. But without actually seeing this bad guy till the very end, you're starting to wonder maybe she's just a little paranoid. It makes the film really interesting just because of that aspect alone, because at the end she's justified in her fears. This is a very thrilling psychological thriller. Because it kind of gets into your head a little bit.
The farmhouse, we get introduced to this couple, but then we see that we follow only one of them throughout the farmhouse. They do provide this eerie, spine-chilling sense, whether it be the squeaks from the wooden floors or the composition that really flows with this. As we get to our leading moment in the whole short when we face the shadow, we get to essentially see this character's perspective of maybe what happened in this farmhouse, and is this character stuck here, or perhaps showing up in a ghost-like nature almost. We get to see the reality of the room in the final moments of the frame.